just a really satisfying team victory tonight. You know, we set a game plan, switched up what we were doing 2 days ago and got it done on the floor. So I've got a group of kids that want to get better, that want to be coached, that want to play the right way. And for 2 days we worked. We knew they were a very good defensive team, and we'd have trouble scoring on our initial sets. So we spent 2 days really working on driving and sharing the ball and passing it and multiple attacks to the basket, off the dribble. And in 2 days, we got that done. So it's very satisfying, very gratifying to have that happen. Utah State's a magnificent team. They're very good. And so I told the kids, this is a big stepping stone for us. You know, it'll show us what lies ahead, that we can play with the top of the league leading into March, because we're not going anywhere unless we win the conference tournament. And so it was the first test against one of those teams that are going to be there at the end. And so we got some experience. We have some lessons still to learn, but a step in the right direction. I put keys of the game. We have to out-rebound them. I think they've been beating their opponents by 7 on the glass in the conference. We out-rebounded them. We only had 9 assists at New Mexico. I said we needed 15. We had 15 assists. We had 16 turnovers at New Mexico. We finished the game, I think, with 8. So all the areas we wanted to be successful, and we were. The only thing we weren't, the goal we didn't reach, is we wanted to hold them to 8 or under threes. Because in all their losses, I think Fresno, they made 6 threes, BYU 3, Houston 3 or 4, another loss 3 or 4. So the teams that have beat them have kept them from making the 3. And even though they got 10, you know, we kept some of their shooters from getting good looks. Merrill was just fantastic. He just gets his whenever he wants. So he was fantastic. And Utah State, I'm sure, will be excited to see us when we come to their place. They're a very good team, well coached.
Coach Devin was talking about how Merrill obviously was going off, and he was saying let him score and just make sure no one else does. Is that kind of what you relayed to them?
You know, I mean, we wanted to limit Merrill as best we could. Everybody goes over a lot of that stuff on Merrill. We thought we'd choose the route to go under, you know, and make him shoot behind, which he proved he could do. And then toward the very end, we started to go over. But he's such a good passer. If you go over a lot of that stuff, he turns it in, and then he gets everybody else involved. So it seemed like he was scoring a lot, but he's such a magnificent playmaker that maybe by going under and making him shoot all those, we took his playmaking ability away, just enough to make a difference. And the other key was, everybody knows we like to double in the post. But we told him that Keita was like a point guard in there, that when he gets it in there, he's such a good passer that he moves it out and they get a ton of threes off that. So we rolled the dice and we said, we'll play him straight up with Nathan, work 2 days with Nathan guarding the post by himself, and then just tried to stay out more on the perimeter when it went in there. And so we took his ability to kick the ball out and made him score over Nathan, and he did score, but Nathan did a good job of limiting how many baskets he got in there, just playing him straight up one-on-one.
You guys were up or down 18-8 early in that first half, and then you guys go on that 23-0 run. What do you think, where did you see it during that run?
I think our defense keyed it. You know, you can't go on a run unless you get stops. You know, and at New Mexico, we didn't get stops. You know, here we got, I don't know how many stops in a row to get our run going. And when you get stops, you get a run and run your fast break and free flow a little bit more, and it's easier to score doing that. It's tough scoring in the half court when the other team knows every set you're running. So I think getting stops was critical to our run.
You talked a little bit about this before, but, you know, Nathan and A&G also played much better at home than they have on the road. Tonight's an example, but what has to happen for those guys to get going on the road? I know it must be really hard as freshmen.
Yeah, I commented on Nathan at New Mexico. He tried to take a charge, and he slid over there, and he fell down, and he got a block. And then I asked him on the bus at the end of the game, I said, Nathan, why didn't you try taking more charges? He says, well, because the ref told me if I don't have my feet set there, I can't take them. So he's so literal in everything. And so he's got to get through just figuring out how to do it and just being more comfortable. And he's also the guy that said, can we go to the road trips 2 days early so I can get more comfortable? No, we can't go 2 days early to a road trip. So they'll slowly figure it out. They're freshmen. But it's what you deal with as a head coach. So maybe we'll trick him and tell him we're going 2 days early. I don't know. But he was magnificent. He was a key player in the game at both ends of the floor.
Do you get a sense that he's starting to get more comfortable on the road, or is it going to take a whole season of going through all these different places and going to the weird floor in Colorado State with the horns?
Yeah, the sooner the better for me. I hope it happens against Colorado State. You know, when we've got to give them the ball more. You know, the kids got to believe that when they give them the ball, good things are going to happen. And I think they're starting to. I mean, we put it in there, and he made a couple great moves, and as they grow with their confidence in him, and he grows with his confidence, it'll give us another dimension to our offense where we can throw it inside to Nathan instead of just Jalen and Matt.
What's the update on Jordan Shackle? The stat sheet today said his injury is now an Achilles injury, but his mom tweeted during the game that that's not true, and that he came back too soon from the ankle injury. He just needs more time in an MRI.
I guess what I've been led to believe, they think the ankle is stable, but they thought during the New Mexico game he aggravated or irritated the Achilles. That's what I've been told. So, you know, maybe we got to do a better job making sure we communicate with everybody. But, you know, he was unable to play, and he's rehabbing like crazy. So maybe it's an Achilles strain or irritation. I don't know what it is. You know, Sergio tells me. So he tells me he can play or not play. And so I would be surprised if we'd have him by Tuesday. I think more realistically it'll be a week from today. And so hopefully we get him back. I mean, he's missed a lot of time. He's valuable. He's a starter, and we need him in the lineup. So we have to get him back.
You took 8 more shots than them, so you shoot only 37%, but you take 8 more shots because you have 14 offensive rebounds and 4 fewer turnovers.
Yeah.
Just talk about those two pieces, and particularly the offensive rebound piece.
I like the fact where you said we shot 37% because it means we probably won with our defense, which is kind of an Aztec trademark. You shoot 37% and win, you probably played pretty good defense. And I thought we did. And we seemed in control offensively. It never felt like we were panicked, you know, that we were playing too fast. A couple of times they zoned us in the first half. We didn't get to where we wanted to go in our spots to run the plays. But I just, you know, I felt so good with the ball in Devin's hand at the end of the game, creating shots for himself or other players or drawing fouls. He just played at a controlled tempo that a senior guard plays with. There was nothing rushed in what he did. He seemed like he always knew where he wanted to be on the floor with the ball, and he moved it pretty freely, but when he needed to take over, he got to the foul line. He drew fouls like crazy down the stretch, and that's what good guards do.
In the offensive rebounding?
Really good. I mean, when you throw AG in there with Nathan and Jalen, you know, AG's an aggressive rebounder too. So I don't know if he had offense. I know he's definitely impactful at the defensive end. But, yeah, we did a good job on the glass. A lot of times on the road, if we're playing a running team, we'll send 3 guys back on the shot where we don't want to give fast breaks up. But we didn't really make that a priority this game. We probably talked about sending 2 back and 3 to the glass, so sending the extra guy to the glass probably played dividends. But that's usually a trade-off. If you're afraid you're going to get run on the road and the team's really good at running and you got to limit that, you might not send that many to the offensive glass.
Seems like there was an extra energy in Viejas tonight. Do you feel like that helped your defense play a little bit more inspired, I guess?
I think there's always energy in Viejas. I mean, this is just a great environment. It's a great home crowd. You know, there's a reason home teams win a lot of games. And there's a reason we win a lot of games at home because of this crowd. I mean, our environment's better than most. And they get behind the Aztecs and they get on the other team and they get on the officials if they don't like a call, and it all has an effect on the game. So it's always good to be at home.